As we get closer to Election Day, civil rights leaders in the Valley are urging Congress to change election laws. Channel 5's Alyssa Cole spoke to some Valley residents who think it's important to protect voters' rights in Texas.
The city of Edinburg, UTRGV, and nonprofit Village in the Valley all coming together to remember Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy of civil rights advancement with a day of community service at one of the Valley's oldest African-American historical landmarks, Restlawn Cemetery.
We're trying to provide an opportunity to show Dr. King's legacy by keeping up Restlawn Cemetery.
Volunteers also reflecting on Dr. King's work on voting rights.
Often it is said the brown and the black are facing new restrictions.
This week in Washington, D.C., the Senate will debate two voting rights bills. The first one, the Freedom to Vote Act, and the second, the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. The second would require states with a history of racial discrimination and voting to seek approval from the Department of Justice to enact changes to their local voting systems. Some believe this provision would directly clash with Texas and its restrictive laws that are now in place for the March primaries.
Disenfranchisement attempts here in the state of Texas took place over several decades.
District Congressman Vicente Gonzalez releasing a statement on the voting rights bill saying in part, quote, "In Texas, we have seen our own state legislator make it harder for people to vote. By passing his legislation, we can ensure a fair electoral process."
People can do is to contact not only their congressional representatives for their congressional districts, but they can also contact their state House representatives as well as their state senators.
Volunteers hope today's engagements will empower unity against what they believe could fuel civil rights disenfranchisement.
There's a lot of things that we can do in our community to show, the impact of Martin Luther King, and just coming out here together just really demonstrates that there is a lot of people that want to work together for a bigger picture.
Alyssa Cole, Channel 5 News this morning.